And we're recording. Hey, we're back with Northwest, Pacific Northwest Fears. Bum, bum, bum. Probably a relatively short game session tonight. We're going to get you guys kind of caught up. Sean, I also want to talk to you tonight about your backup character.
Yep.
So we'll discuss that. Um, when last we left, our intrepid investigators, they had just returned from the Quinoat encampment in Dunwater. On board the dispatch, the little little boat that's used by the excise men there in Saltmarsh, Saltwater. There's a terrible name for his town. Um, and it was around noon or a little after when you got back to town. And what we're going to say is Hazard takes the two natives, the two Quinoat who came in as representatives of their tribe. He and those two grab those two chests full of gold, and they head off. And he says something like, "I'll see you tomorrow," or something to that effect to the two of you. Um, and that leaves you at the boat with Tom and Will Stoutley, who are the excise men. Professor Stelloid also leaves fairly abruptly. Um, and that Pete says, "I'm gonna go get me some beer," and then he's off, heading towards the saloon. Jim Bat, how did Jim Bat do? I meant to check on that and I forgot. Let's see where his sanity is. Oh, there's Caesar. He, without Yor, you'll probably never meet him. Um, yeah, Jim Bat's sanity's a little down. Uh, Daniel Graves. Okay. Um, did you guys level up your characters last time? Are there check marks on your character sheets? I think we leveled
Um.
up.
Yep. I got no check
Yeah,
marks.
Okay, then we,
okay.
we
I
must
don't.
have leveled everybody up.
Yeah.
I don't see any on any of the NPCs either. Not that they did much. Hmm.
Well, and that's something else too. I don't know whether
Oh,
we've done a whole lot like since we've last leveled up. In all honesty,
yeah, Pete gets to make a roll for stealth. I don't think he's done it. A 40. Oh, and he failed. His stealth goes up. Yay for Pete. Lucky boy. That's the only thing that he actually has checked off here. Um,
actually, yeah. I think we leveled up 2 sessions ago.
okay. No, I think you leveled up last game session because it was the end of a scenario when you got back from Dunwater. It was pretty much the end of that scenario.
Okay. Okay.
Um, what do the two of you want to do? Tom and Will are kind of putting, doing boat stuff that you have to do when you bring your boat in after it's been at sea for a few days. Graves went with
Um.
Hazard. um, and Jim Bat is just kind of there at the moment, we're going to say.
Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get a beer too because I haven't had a drink through all this stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Like, and there's some crazy crap going on.
So you're going to head for
Yeah.
you're heading for the saloon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to as well.
Okay. Yeah. Everything looks the
Hutton
same.
has seen some shit.
Yeah. Yes, he has. Um, uh, you go to the saloon. Everything seems the same in Saltmarsh. Nothing has really changed. You do notice one difference is there is um, somebody has put there's a piece of paper nailed to one of the porch things. Things. That's great descriptive text there. Um,
Like those
Post.
pillars or
yeah, the
whatever.
posts. Thank you. Yeah, the pillars.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna send it to you in gaming text down Darker Trails, and I'm gonna show it on my screen. It appears to be a wanted poster. So I
I
sent you
already
guys.
have a feeling.
I sent you
Some odd
guys a
reason I can't.
copy. I don't know if you can read that or not. Oh, there, it focused on it. Nice.
Yeah, that's what I
James
was thinking.
Jones Jr., aka Tex. Um, yeah. So you do notice that. You go in. You see behind the bar is Oh, here we go.
Man, how'd they get it?
Huh?
That's a
It's a
good
good
carver,
photo.
man.
Yeah,
It's not a
For the
photo. It's an
printing.
engraving
yeah. Such a
based
good
on
engraving.
based on a picture drawn by Hutton.
Yep.
What's his name? Uh, I've got so many different lists, so I can easily find names, and I still can't find names easily. Uh, the African American who is working at the paper.
Oh,
Where's the
crap.
paper? Luther Cunningham, Abraham Grant. He was the one who does the carving. Um,
He
so
did the
yeah,
printing. Cause I
yeah. So you gave him the picture, and then from that picture, he
okay.
like carved it out onto a piece of metal. It probably took him a couple days.
Man, I drew really well.
Yeah, you did. You made that roll, so you did really well in that roll too. So I went ahead and made a real
Oh,
nice looking picture, a very very accurate picture of. You reckon? Did you meet Tex, Loren? You met Tex, didn't you?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah,
drew the picture.
They were on
that's
the boat
right.
together.
You recognized Tex. You're like, oh, and you recognized the picture you drew. And you were
Yeah.
gonna mess up on purpose, but then you were like, got too into it and drew such a wonderful picture. You're like, oh my god, it's like a photograph. And they were like, thank you. Um, so yeah. So Warren Blank is behind the bar, as usual, shilling out drinks. It is a Tuesday afternoon. It's Tuesday, May 1st.
Oh,
Um,
we got back that same. Okay.
yeah, you remember you went like Sunday, or no, you went Monday. You spent Monday night
Yeah.
there. You came back Tuesday. It's
Yeah.
about 4 hours by boat, 4.5 hours by boat down there, unless
Okay.
things are going against you.
Okay.
And it's a nice day. It's actually we'll do a roll just in case. Yeah, it's a little cloudy, but it's a nice day otherwise. Um,
I
you
think
left.
clouds are welcomed at this point in time after like the ton of rain we've
Yeah,
had.
you guys just had a lot of rain. They obviously had it here too. There's a lot of mud in the streets.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I'm definitely going back to the saloon. I'm getting a change of clothes.
oh yeah, that's right, Sean. Your clothes are pretty damp as well,
Actually, yeah.
probably. They're not super damp because you were able to like put them in front of the fire. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna go change first before you go in.
Yeah, he would. He would.
You two can meet at the saloon.
Yep.
Early afternoon, about 1 o'clock or so. Have some lunch if you want. It's mostly fish. That's what they cook. But if you want something else, what do you want, Sean? What is your character?
No, the fish is fine.
A grilled cheese sandwich? Is that what you want?
Grilled cheese sandwich.
A toast, some toast with some butter, maybe some eggs.
4 fried chickens.
4 fried chickens. Yeah, you guys have a nice lunch. The beer tastes very good. Um,
I think Lauren's actually going to order something a little bit stronger. Maybe a
oh,
Boilermaker.
oh. Well, look up Boilermakers. See when those were invented.
Yep.
I don't know if they even did that yet. Drop
It may just be a shot in a beer. Just give me a shot in a beer.
Shot in a beer is fine. Yeah, they got whiskey. They give you a shot glass. You get a beer with that. It burns going down. Is Lauren a heavy drinker?
No.
Oh yeah, it burns going down. Oh, make me a con check. Let's see how much you cough.
Where's the other D10?
Blank's like, Fernando, where you been?
Oh, I've been working with Mr. Hazard.
Oh,
Regular success.
regular says, yeah, it goes down. You don't cough or choke on it or anything bad, but it's like
1890s.
very warm all the way down. Um,
1890s. Originally it was called a Sean
1890s.
O'Farrell.
Yeah, so nobody's thought of doing that yet. So
Nope.
it's just a shot in a beer.
Yep.
Or you could even,
Sip and
big
taste.
big sipping whiskey glass,
Yeah.
and sip, and then followed up with a beer chaser. Um, yeah, yeah. So you guys have a nice lunch. Um, Blank says, "Well, are you going to be playing tonight?"
Uh, yeah, I can.
Good, good, good. I'm trying to get names here, girl. McKinnon. It's just not the same without you. And that's Douglas McKinnon is the piano player.
Right.
Redheaded piano player always has a shot glass on his piano. Um, Things seem real quiet in town. Like it's just very quiet. You see a few Qualoot walk by through the windows, walk by the saloon down the street, but otherwise, um, aside from the wanted poster, um,
No.
so let's talk, Sean, about your backup character.
Yep.
Does he have? Would he be arriving on the stage, or would he be?
Coming in on his own.
He's gonna. Is he gonna drive a hearse into town?
He's
Does
bringing the
he
hearse
own a
into
hearse?
town. He
Okay.
owns a hearse.
Hannafear is here in Loren. Awesome. Okay, so I'm trying to decide.
Coming in 2 draft horses and his riding
Yeah.
horse.
Okay. So wait, his riding horse. So is he driving the hearse, and the his riding horse is
He's
tied up in the back?
Yep.
Yeah. He could arrive here on Tuesday if you want.
Okay.
What's his name? Give me his name again.
Callum Dempsey. Callum
Oh,
Dempsey.
Dempsey. SEY. Okay, I think I've got his information somewhere. I'll have to find it.
Yep.
So we'll say he arrives on Tuesday as well. So both of you can make me a. Go ahead, and the two of you make me not percent spot hidden. See if you notice this hearse. Where does Callum go? Does he go
Oh,
straight to the
I
hotel?
He's probably going to try to find a place to sleep.
Okay, so
Well, actually put his horses up.
livery stable then hotel.
Yeah.
Livery
And
stable
have
right
the
next door.
have the hearse stored.
Yeah, they can do that too as well.
All right.
So yeah, spot. It'll take
Made
a
it.
spot hidden. Where y'all are sitting, you do notice somebody rides up to the livery stable next door. Aaron, I'm sorry. Did you make yours, Fernando?
Yeah, I'm just. I rolled a 16 out of 56.
That's 56. Is 10, 13.
Yeah,
So it's not extreme. It's a hard success.
Yeah.
You both notice this hearse rides up in front of the livery stable next door. A man climbs down from the driver's seat wearing what, Sean?
Wearing a probably not wearing the jacket, but wearing a white shirt with with a gray vest and tie. You see, he'll probably grab a black jacket off the top, but he's got on a black top hat with a red ribbon, curled
Oh
mustache.
my God, that's right.
He's a tall man, and he's got gangly arms.
You have a picture you can put into.
Yep. I do remember what from playing. Like I do remember how his appearance. So
Yeah, let me see if I can't find it here.
Um, Character picks is up there in the characters section.
Yep. Come on
A
now.
wire. He's a grumpy looking man, ain't he?
he's very odd looking. He's like gives you the creeps.
Do you have a low appearance, Sean?
Where it said character picks. Where's that?
Scroll up just a little bit. It should say characters, and it should be under that.
There it is. I see it.
Yeah, pop him in there. Let's take a look at this boy. Oh, there's Fernando. He's got a nice mustache. Oh, there he is. Wow, another nice mustache.
And no, he doesn't. He's not a grumpy man, but
Does he
I
have
wouldn't say.
Is his appearance below 50?
Yeah, it's 25.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah.
He's not good looking.
So he goes into the. You both notice this. You've never seen a hearse in this town before. You've seen some coffins, but you've never seen a hearse. So this is new. You both have passed down Main Street several times. You know there is an undertaker, a
Being a bully boy.
Well, he is a big boy.
Bully boy.
He's gonna run all day.
yeah.
So
You know there's an undertaker in town.
Okay.
He's taking care of bodies, or you know of him. You haven't met him yet.
No.
The saloon doors, boom, 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 and you're not really terribly surprised to see Luther Cunningham there, who looks around and his eyes fall on you, Hutton.
Okay.
And he walks over. He says, "Gentlemen, can I have a seat with you?"
I'll point towards the chair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he sits down. So I understand that you just returned with Mr. Hazard from somewhere.
Yes, we were
He's taking out his notebook.
exploring the. Oh, you know what? I'm going to
Exploring.
stop. I'm going to stop mid sentence right there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
he doesn't know whether he's supposed to be saying any of this stuff, and he
That's
just
fine.
stopped.
He stops mid sentence. I like that. Yes, Mr. Jimenez.
Yeah, it may not be newsworthy yet.
Oh, everything's newsworthy. I'm just about to go next door and talk to this person who came into town with a hearse.
We went looking for Hazard's lost guns.
Oh. Oh.
Didn't find them yet.
Okay, Sean.
Yeah,
is that
I gotta
a
make
lie?
it fast.
Yeah.
That's a
give me fast
lie. Oh, that's gonna be bad.
talk. Oh no.
Can I try anything else? Nope.
No. You're
Nope.
blatantly
It's
lying.
fast talk.
You know
It's fast talk.
You know exactly they told you guys. Oh yeah, you found out about the guns. What happened with the guns? He gives you like a look, but obviously he's too polite to just like blatantly call you a liar in
Yeah.
front of another person. So he goes, "Well, that's a shame." But he says the lilt in his voice, Sean. You know he knows
Yeah.
that you lied to him.
Yep.
And he says, well, I'll see if I can find Mr. Hazard then. I need to talk to this gentleman. I'll see you at the office later, Loren." And then he stands up. He says, "Mr. Jimenez," and he heads back out the door.
I don't think I've ever met this Luther Cunningham before, so
No, you
Yeah.
probably haven't. But he knew your name. You don't know what's going on with that. But then again,
Yeah.
you've been playing at the hotel for several
Yeah,
days.
He's probably
Right.
been asking around.
Yeah, and he had a
I
little
don't remember
notebook.
him coming up.
Sorry,
I
go
don't
ahead.
remember him ever coming up to this character and like asking about him and where he came from or whatever.
He probably did at some point.
Okay.
If there's new people that show up and come into town, Cunningham usually interviews them for the paper. It might not make the front page, but he tries to interview anybody who looks like they're moving in, because there's not many. I mean, well, lately there has been, but we could maybe he hasn't had time to interview you yet.
Yeah.
So we'll just say he
Well,
hasn't.
you
he hasn't
did kind of
talked to
come
you.
into town and then leave. So
Yeah, you were only in for a couple
Right.
nights, and then there was all that crap with the exploding wagon of
Yeah,
Professor
yeah.
Steloid, and just a lot of other things have been. So he probably hasn't talked to you yet. You haven't been
text
here long.
going missing.
Text escaping, yes, and everything. It's been busy here.
Yeah.
since
So
I don't have time
So,
for this
yeah.
new person.
Fernando's gonna turn to. Yeah.
Mhm.
I forgot Sean's character's name already.
Loren Hutton.
Lauren Hutton.
Who is that?
That's the gentleman who runs the paper.
He already knows my name.
He probably asked around.
Oh. Yeah.
It's a
probably
small
good I didn't
town.
talk to-
What do you
It's
expect?
probably good I didn't talk to him.
Say that again, Aaron. Sorry.
Oh, it's probably good I didn't talk to him.
I think he knows I didn't tell him the truth.
It's a small town. What do you expect? That comes from the next table over, where Pete's got a
Yeah.
bottle of whiskey and a shot glass. You don't know why it's a shot glass, because you see him take the bottle and just take a swig and puts it back down.
Because the bartender put it down,
Yeah,
hoping.
probably. But he's far enough away. He's close enough.
Civilized.
He's close enough he can talk to you, but he can't necessarily overhear what you guys are saying.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
But you said
I
that loud
don't
enough.
really care. Yeah,
Sorry.
I say I don't really care whether he does or doesn't. He was there.
Yeah, he's there. He's just sitting over there. He's leaning back. He hasn't cleaned himself up. He hasn't changed his clothes or anything. So he looks exactly the same as when you saw him before.
I'm not sure if we were supposed to say anything. I thought it was supposed to be a a discreet reason why we're heading down there in case anyone in
Mhm.
town knows about it and would warn them?
Pete sits up.
That's why I tried. It wasn't completely false. I mean, Hazard does want to know where his guns are, but
Right.
it wasn't totally truth.
Well, boy, you work for a newspaper. He gets a bottle and he comes over to your table to sit down with you. You got to learn how to lie. Slaps you on the back. You just tell him enough.
I tried.
You say, we went down there to find Hazard's stuff. And if they say, did you find it? You say, no comment. That's what you say to newspapers. No comment. And if they keep pushing you, and he draws his pistol out, he goes, if they keep pushing you, then you say no comment another way.
I will remember that.
Good, you do that. He like pokes you with the barrel of the
That's a
pistol.
lie as well.
make a fast talk. He pokes you with the barrel. This one doesn't have to be a hard. He does not
That
have
one-
a bunch of psychology.
That one succeeded.
That one succeeded. Pete believes
I
you.
rolled a 4.
And then he holsters the pistol again. He takes the bottle and takes another drink, and then he pours some of the whiskey into your sipping glass there, Hutton.
All right. I'll raise it to him.
He takes a bottle and he whacks it against the glass. Clunk.
Pink.
Yeah, it's a little. Yeah, it does spill some, and he puts it back on the. He takes a sip and puts it back on the table. So now he looks around. What do you figure? You figure Hazard's he's gonna have us go down there and shoot up a bunch of whatevers, weird things.
It sounds like whatever's going on, these things are worse than what we already saw there.
Yeah, and they were those things were awful. I did not
Yeah.
like that one bit. You see his little friend. His little friend was freaking out. His that Graves fella.
Oh yeah, he was not well.
So we need to band together, boys. And Hazard needs to pay more. Like twice as much. What do you think? What do you think?
Well, what do you think is good?
I don't know, like $200.
Oh, that would be very nice.
Yes, it would. Especially if we're all going to go down there and go crazy.
I think he can afford that.
Well, good, but we got to stick together. If we don't, he's going to lowball us. He's rich. Or, I have another idea. Hey, can you shoot? He points at Fernando.
Oh yes, I can shoot.
Well, what about you? And he points at Hutton.
I'm okay.
All right. We could just rob him. What do you think
Oh
of that?
no,
It'd be so easy. He trusts us, so we just rob him.
I've seen what happens to people who rob an arms dealer.
Oh, you have? What?
They get caught and then they hang.
Oh, pshaw. No. Not with... You got Pete. Pete knows what he's doing. He knows how to break out of jails. He knows how to shoot.
Isn't this the guy that was dead before?
Is it?
One of them was.
You've heard talk about Pete being dead or something. You're not sure.
Yeah.
I don't remember where you would have heard it, but
I think I saw his body.
you did see his body. That's right. Yeah, that's right. He had a big fake scar on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was inside like a glass case. There's no way he was alive in there. Were you there
Yeah.
when they actually rezzed him that night?
I think he was.
I don't think Hutton was.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
It was Staloid, and I think Fernando went.
Finley.
No, Fernando didn't go. He didn't know till the next day. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Finley.
It was Staloid and Hazard went and did it, I think. Anyway, so yeah. You did see this guy in a glass case, Sean, and he was like, "It's the body of Jack West." What? And all this rigmarole stuff. So unless he was faking, which I guess it could have been a scam and he was faking, but he looked dead to you.
He looked pretty dead.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
So there you go. That you have that information. All right, all right, all right. But we have to have a united front, or he will lowball us. He's rich. I don't like being lowballed. All right, we gonna stand together, stick together as men, make him pay.
I'm not opposed to more money because I may not have a job at the paper anymore.
Well, go find out. He grabs his bottle and he abruptly stands up and he walks away. He seems suddenly quite aggravated. You do remember overhearing him say that he thought that you stuttered on purpose just to annoy him
Yeah.
when he was really high. Okay. Um, what do you two guys want to do? Is there anything you want to do today?
I think after a couple drinks, Hutton's probably going to go back and try to rest.
Okay.
And
Go
that's
back to
probably when the night.
his room?
Yeah, and that's
Okay.
probably when the night tears are going to kick in.
Okay, yeah. So you're going to like take a nap that
Yeah.
afternoon? Okay, yeah. All right. How about Jimenez?
He's probably just going to hang out to the saloon for a bit and take it easy.
Okay, yeah. You can.
Um,
Pete comes over, starts bitching about Hutton again, about the stuttering, once he's left. But other than that, you do see a real pretty woman come in. Have you seen pictures of Maggie?
yeah.
You see Maggie come in. I think this is the first time you've seen her.
Oh, yeah.
This character's seen her. And she goes up,
Yeah.
talks to the bar, talks to Warren Blank for a while. You do see a native come in as well. I don't know if you've met Ed yet.
I don't think so.
I don't think so
well,
either. The two of them talk for a while.
he may have seen him when he was playing
Mhm.
at the saloon, but he probably hasn't interacted with him or anything like that. So
Yeah, you've seen them. That works. So those two talk for quite a while. Hutton. You got your window open. It's May. It's early May. There's a nice cool breeze. Smells of salt. And you get a whiff of fish every once in a while. But mostly it's just nice clean air coming in. Did you go in through the back?
Yeah,
Yeah,
through my
okay.
entrance.
So, yeah. You're laying there. You fall. You drift off. And then you feel something on your chest. And when you open your eyes, there's a cat sitting on your chest. Hold on a second. Have I put the picture?
I have
of this?
seen this freaking cat.
Yeah, that is the same cat you've seen. NPCs. Let's see if I put a picture of the cat in.
Nope.
I think I did. Didn't I?
Nope.
That's awful. All right, let me find a picture of this cat. Hold on momentarily. I'm pretty certain it's in NPCs. It's not the dog. Oh, yeah, there he is.
You have had enough, Finley.
No, Finley can never have enough.
You
There
got
he
your
is.
Pineapple.
He's a gray and white cat.
Oh, you're a good-looking cat, eh?
He's sitting on your chest. And he's just staring at you. He looks miffed. You know, when cats have that kind of a
he's got the grumpy cat look.
grumpy cat face look.
Okay.
And then the cat says, "What do you think you're doing here? Why did you fall asleep here again?" He looks back towards your back door, and then he looks back towards you, and he goes, he thinks that you've left. If you must sleep somewhere else. Get the vials, drink the potion, go down the stairs, and then go to Ulthar. If you sleep here, he's going to figure out a way to stop it. And you try to say something, and you find that you can't, and you realize you're dreaming. This is that
Okay.
same dream, except remember you're laying in your bed, and that old man came in. Except it seems like daylight outside. From where you're laying on the bed, you can't really see anything. You know what I mean? Except for the sky. And this cat is just talking to you, and when you try to reply, nothing comes out.
Get the vials, drink the potion, go down the stairs.
And go to Ulthar, is what he said. He said, don't sleep in this room anymore, because he will come back. He might be coming even now. I don't have time for this. Wake up and sleep somewhere else. And then he reaches his paw back. You know how cats do. And he goes, wham, and it hurts. It's like a really solid hit. Like, your head turns. It's like somebody just punched you. Okay? It's not just like a tap from a cat. It's like, boom. And you for a second, you feel like, it feels like your jaw comes loose. Like he broke it. And then you blink and open your eyes, and you're just laying on the bed. There's no cat. It was a dream. Make a spot hidden. What do I want? I want soda.
Success.
There's something wet on your cheek. It's a tiny little dab of blood.
Ooh.
Like you got scratched or something.
Cool. Okay. Seen the iron box that the sheriff had.
Yes, it was in the bank. Had those weird vials in it. You
boy.
talked to him.
Oh boy. Okay.
That's where they were keeping everything that they had found at the haunted house, at the mansion.
Yep.
A lot of stuff's being kept there at the bank. Safekeeping.
One moment. Sorry.
And then the beating began. Hey, Jimenez.
Yeah.
Okay. You're hanging out at the bar that day, and you can't help but notice a cat outside the window. A little gray and white cat. Just kind of hanging out. I don't know if your character likes cats or not, but there you go.
He's indifferent to him. I don't know. He probably just thinks it's just a cat from around town and pays no mind to it, in all honesty.
There's a lot of cats and dogs around town.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we got to see what Sean's going to do. See if he's going to the hotel or what. You have an unpleasant conversation with Pete Sutter before he leaves. Heads upstairs. He probably has a room here at the hotel. And yeah, we're in a weird place. So I guess we'll jump forward. You can perform that night. We're not going to move past Tuesday in our gameplay tonight.
Okay.
I don't think.
Well, yeah, I was trying to think.
Well, like I said, we don't want to exclude James completely, and
Right.
I don't want to move past the stagecoach coming. What is Hutton going to do, Sean?
I think he's actually going to go down and talk to what's his name that runs the paper,
Cunningham. Yeah.
Cunningham.
Do you want to open? Do you have an opening statement?
I walk in. He's there.
Yeah, he's there. He obviously's just come back from an interview. He's got a bunch of notes. He's
Okay.
working on kind of trying to write out some kind of a story. Probably that about that hearse or whatever.
I do need to apologize. What we were doing cannot be shared just yet.
Why not?
People's lives could be in danger. if it gets out yet, just yet.
All right. Do you trust me?
I do. I do. I know how newspaper writers can be. They want they want that story.
Yes, yes. I would definitely like to know what happened. I'm going to have to speak to Mr. Hazard. I have a feeling he's going to tell me the same thing or something like it.
But he'll probably be better about lying, or better at lying.
Probably. Well, then I tell you what. All right. I trust you, Hutton. You've done good work here. You've written some interesting stories. You've seemed very honest and trustworthy. So why don't you write up that story and you seal it in an envelope and keep it with you for then when it can be released. Any idea when it can be released?
I think soon.
All right. Well, I'm going to trust you on this. I've got to get working on this Callum Dempsey story. Apparently he's an undertaker from back east. He was pretty closed-mouthed too. Wouldn't tell me why he was out here, really. What would he say? What would Callum Dempsey have said, Sean, when he's trying to be interviewed? As far as where he's from, why he's here.
Um, let me go to the right character sheet.
Yeah.
He would have said he's from Boston, Massachusetts,
Okay.
originally, by way of Utah.
Okay. Mormon?
That
Are you a Mormon?
no,
Oh.
he is
That's what
Catholic.
That's what he would have asked. He would have asked you.
Yeah, no, he would have said he's Catholic.
Okay.
That he had moved out west to practice his trade.
Undertaking. We have an undertaker in town, you know.
Yeah, he's trying to find a place to settle in.
All right. Okay, he gets some other background information from where.
Yep.
Do you mention your character was in the war, wasn't he? I'm pretty certain he was.
He was, yeah.
Does he mention that?
Yeah, he would have mentioned that he had served in the Civil War,
Which side?
the North.
For the Union. Okay. He tells you Caesar King is the Undertaker in town. So if you're looking for a partner, you might want to talk to him. If you're looking for a competitor, you still might want to talk to him.
Yep.
He does not have a hearse. This is a pretty fine-looking vehicle you've got here. A little dusty, but very nice. You got a real nice hearse, didn't you? Put a
Yeah,
lot
he
of money
does.
into that? Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Glass, and there's probably a coffin in it that's empty or something. And then you got fine horses and your riding horse. Okay. Yeah, he also tells you about a couple different boarding houses in town. Jenkins Boarding House and oh no, I didn't write that one down. He tells you about another boarding house. Shoot. I guess I should break this down into something besides businesses. Okay, hold on. No, it's not that. Jenkins Boarding House. Of course, since I'm looking for it, I can't find it. There is a second boarding house in town, but I don't know if I printed out. Oh, wait a minute. The Danford Boarding House is the other one. He noticed that it is rather strict, the Danford Boarding House is. But that he is of the understanding that a room has recently opened up at Jenkins Boarding House. Uh, that's all he says about that.
Okay.
So let's figure out Callum. What is Callum going to do his first day here?
Probably head to that boarding house to get a
Which one?
um the one that he knows has the opening.
Jenkins? Yeah, he gives you instructions. Sean, on that map,
Mm-hmm.
Jenkins boarding house is number 48. It's across the river and then to the south a little ways. If you see 8 and
Okay.
9, it's across the street from that. They've got a yard. It's run by, you find it's run by Stephen Jenkins and Quincy Plundle. Um, yeah, they're willing to rent you a room. What's your character's credit rating?
Uh, Credit rating. That's first page. Credit rating is a 35.
You look respectable enough. Yes, they've got a room that they can rent you. They do not have a stable, but they have a yard.
Okay.
And does Galen want to go talk to the current Undertaker in town? Or does he want to murder him?
Um. Yeah, he will.
Okay.
Murder him?
You son of a bitch. But I have a picture of him and everything. There he is again. I should put him in. Caesar King is African American. He wears a fine suit. You find that his parlor is down at, I think, 49. You know, it's not. That's wrong. 40. Number 40. So it's down on the east end of town.
Okay.
Um, right across the street from what appears to be a doctor's office. Um, the name on that house is Dr. Isaac Davis. There he is. He's got parted hair, a mustache, long sideburns. He wears very nice clothing, very respectable. There are several fine caskets and coffins in his funeral home, funeral parlor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, he says, "I don't recognize you, sir."
My name is Callum Dempsey.
Do you have a dearly departed loved one that you need to be carefully interred?
I am here to inform you that I am an undertaker
Oh,
and would not be opposed to bringing you on as a partner, but I do plan to set up business in town.
I see. So I would be partnering with you, not you partnering with me.
Well, I do notice that I appear to have some of the things that you may need.
Such as,
I have my own hearse.
it is true that we have had to use wagons to move the coffins to date because we do not have a lot of business here, but as you can see, we are respectful and we are respectful of the dead, and we have a good camaraderie with the public. They know us. They know me. I might be willing to take you as a partner. And this place looks like it's set up pretty nicely, Sean. They probably don't have a crematorium. Those aren't really a
Yep.
thing yet,
Yeah.
except in huge, big cities. But he has a nice sitting room. He's got a room with caskets on display. And then there's the back rooms where probably all of the work gets done. Most of the work gets done. Uh, um, let's see this hearse of yours.
I'll walk him over to the library.
He'll go over to the library with you to look at it. You can make me. You can make me a psychology check. This is for Dempsey.
Failed.
All right, so you're not really sure. He looks it over, but you don't get a good impression of what he thinks, um, except for that he says this is very nice. This is a very nice hearse.
Sorry.
Well,
Do you make your own coffins?
yes, I do.
How did they look?
Oh, they look nice.
Like, okay.
This guy knows what he was doing. He was probably he might have been a carpenter before he was an undertaker, or maybe he was just brought up with making coffins. So,
Okay.
he's obviously good at his business. Um, um, all right. If you wish to be a partner, you will need to make an investment in the company. We will need a place to put the hearse. We can't just leave it here. Obviously, this fine vehicle. He kind of gestures.
Yeah.
It's a barn, I mean,
Yeah.
it's dirty, and we'll need to make an addition to the side of the building where we can house it properly. Are you willing to invest the money to do that? At which point we become joint partners, and with the investment of that and your hearse into the business, then we will work together. He basically wants you to buy into his already existing business.
And how much do you think an addition to this building would be?
He's not sure. He doesn't think more than $200 or $300. And you get the idea that he wants to do this to protect the hearse when it's not in use. I mean, the horses can be brought down and then hooked up down there.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have any money?
Oh yeah, he does.
Oh, okay.
And how much do you charge per burial and services?
It generally depends upon what kind of services and burial our client wants. And he gives you a rough estimate of different types of caskets or coffins, how much they would cost. It sounds all pretty above board and legitimate. Certain people who live here do not want our services. Mostly white people, especially the Baldries. Have you any knowledge of them?
I have literally been in town maybe an hour and a half.
They're an inbred bunch of pro-Confederate huckleberries who live back somewhere in the woods. Recently, several of them died.
But they did not bring
He smiles at that.
their services to you.
No, they built their own caskets, buried their own dead. There were also, you might have seen the signs as you came into town, the Pickersgills. They have not had any deaths recently in their family, although Mother Pickersgill is quite old, as far as I know.
That sounds like maybe if we were to work together, we could try to sell them on a better package
Yes, possibly.
to give Mother Pickersgill the respect she deserves in the afterlife.
This is true. Okay, so you guys start discussing business
Yeah.
and trying to figure out how you could work together as opposed to having two undertakers in a town with only like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Which is kind of competition is great, but wow, it's gonna mean you're both gonna be like having some difficulties. So yeah, he wants you to basically pay for the addition. He shows you the rest of the building where they do the work in the bag, prepare the bodies. A lot of people prepare the bodies themselves, but they want something just to put the body in the ground with, and sometimes they want a really nice casket or a coffin.
Based on, so Callum Dempsey has a woodworking for making caskets of 55.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Like I'm trying to base like my skill against what I'm seeing his skill is.
And actually, he's got a man working for him that also works on the caskets too. And this guy's just back there working on a casket right now. Apparently they just keep making them. And King tells you, oh, you never know when there's going to be a terrible storm or a flood or some other disaster. And
You probably mentioned that fire that was in town.
oh yeah, that's right. He does. He tells you about a fire that just happened last
Lay
week.
down, Finley.
You might have noticed them working on the jail. It burned down. There were no
Mm.
one was killed. Several Confederates had been captured. He tells you about this ship. He points out this steamship out in the bay that is apparently a Confederate commerce raider that was recently captured by people from the town. And and then he also mentions that he has the town is also he has an agreement with the town. Anybody that they want buried, they get a special discount. There were several smugglers recently from points out the house on the hill, blah blah blah, that were brought in that we handled. And then of course there were four strange dead men from the doctors. That's an odd one. I don't even think that has been in the paper yet.
Mm.
You see, they were brought into town by well, he's a criminal. He's a murderer. Um, but he didn't murder them, and they had red markings all over their bodies, almost like a disease. But according to Dr. Davis, they were emptied of blood. Um, he had kept them in. He has an ice house where he sometimes keeps bodies that need to be kept fresh. And the strange thing was, and he's told no one, and I expect you to tell no one as well. The strange thing was that about a week ago, when he returned to the ice house to examine the bodies again, he'd given them full autopsies. He found they'd all been beheaded and their heads were gone.
Mm.
He's made no mention of this, and he wanted it kept quiet, as it seemed rather odd. I mean, who beheads a corpse? And so we buried them headless at the cost of the town, as they were found here in the county. Um, this news hasn't gotten out yet. There's a Mr. Cunningham in town.
I
He
have met Mr.
Ah,
Cunningham.
yes, he is very astute. He is very nosy, and he always finds things out. So I will ask you, please, to not mention this to him yet, or at all.
Well, I'm not one for being in the papers.
Ah, good, 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 good. I like that. That's very good. Yeah, so you guys can bang out like a contract
Mm.
that he'll write up. It's pretty rough. There's not a lot of lawyerese, but it basically says that with your investment of how much are you going to invest, 200 or 300?
Well,
The
I
more you
want to look
invest, the
in.
better the structure is going to be to hold your
I,
purse.
yeah, I would tell him I would like to go and speak with somebody who is going to build this addition.
Well, any
If
additional monies that you're willing to invest will, of
well, that's
course, be used for.
yes, but I want to make sure that my investment is
Well,
going
okay,
to
yeah,
be
that's fine. That's fine
protected.
with him. What I'm saying, Sean, is the more you put into it, the better protected your
Yeah,
purse is
it's going
going
to
to
be.
be. So
Yeah,
if you actually go through all 300, it's going to be like a room of a house. It's going to have a floor, like
yeah.
floorboards and shit.
Okay,
Your hearse will actually come up a little ramp and be above
okay.
any potential like water line.
Yeah, he'd do the 300.
Yeah, okay. So mark off 300, and you
Yep.
guys will get started. I mean, King, you and King can start talking to carpenters today, and it'll be a nice addition. It'll probably take a couple weeks to build,
Yep.
but then that means at that point the hearse can get moved in there. It'll be protected. He has a couple people working for him. They'll make sure that they clean it. And these are obviously low paid employees. They're not, and
Mm.
he's the only one who really deals with the customers, who are he calls the dead his clients,
Yeah.
but everybody else is customers. Um, and
Now,
he notes that your wardrobe is like this, correct?
yes, this is typically what I
And
would
you wear
wear when I am
wearing
performing my
wearing a
services.
very
Three-piece
nice,
suit.
yeah, yeah. That's the kind of thing he's wearing. He's wearing a very nice suit. He obviously wants this to be a very high class kind of place. Yeah, yeah, okay. So Callum, instead of being competitive with the local undertaker, you're now a partner in his company, and you'll have access. He'll get keys made for you in the next few days, the next day or two. So you can be firmly established, and you've talked to Cunningham, so he says so that'll be in the paper. And actually, I'm going to go tell Mr. Cunningham that you're now part of it'll King
King
and
and
Dempsey.
Dempsey.
Yeah, we'll have to get a new sign made too. He says. Is that acceptable, King and Dempsey?
Well, I hate to admit it, but I think a name like King should come first.
Thank you, Mr. Dempsey. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So you guys have. It takes all day just to deal with all this stuff. It takes the rest of the day. When he finds out you're at Jenkins boarding house, he seems to approve of that. Very respectable boarding house. You might want to steer clear of Danforth. She's a racist
Mm.
and a Democrat, I believe. So yeah. Now, so Hutton, is Hutton gonna write his story and put it in an envelope, or is he gonna hold off for now?
He actually will.
Okay, yeah. You could seal it in an envelope, and Cunningham leaves you to it. Doesn't look over your shoulder.
Yep.
Just leaves you alone. You do that during the day.
Here we go. I will do.
A writing check.
Ooh, barely though.
Oh no. Okay. You're getting the
53 out
facts
of
down.
59.
You've had a couple drinks. You're just
Yeah.
really getting all the information down so you can remember it later to write a real story. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's legible. It
Yep.
works. Okay. Fernando, you can play that night at the saloon and hotel.
Actually,
Um,
there was something else I might want to do
oh
during the
yeah,
day, if
yeah,
that's
yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
Awesome. Yes, please.
Yeah, say I was looking over my stuff. I wanted to track down that Miss Trudy. I don't remember if she told me where she was at, but she offered, for me to play party, so I wanted to get more information on her about that.
Okay. Um, Give me a social skill. Fast talk, persuade, charm, or intimidate.
Okay.
Intimidate. You need to tell me how you're going about it, but all the rest are just pretty
No, I'm
self-explanatory.
charming. I'm
Okay, yeah.
charming.
So give me a charm check. Hello.
Oh, 95. It's a fail.
It's not a critical fail, but it is a fail. Okay, so you get rebuffed. You're actually surprised. Some of the women around town that you ask about Miss Trudy's place seem to take offense at you. Women love you.
Yeah.
What is your charm? Is it over 50?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, women love you. And so you eventually find out from some men where Miss Trudy's is. On the map, it's at number 20. It's a really big, like a 3-story. It looks like it was a mansion at one point. You find out, you do find Miss Trudy, who's delighted to see you. It doesn't take you too long to realize that this is both a girls' school, and when I say girls' school, it's like a college. You know what I mean? Like she's
Okay.
teaching older women, not like little girls, um, and a bordello. But
Okay.
the bordello part seems to be completely voluntary on any girls who wish to do that. As opposed to like if you and all the women live here too. They come, they live here, they learn a trade, and then they also have a chance
Learn to
to
read and write. And,
well that yeah well reading and writing is pretty well
or,
taught actually in the
okay.
schools right now by this time. But they might learn a trade, they might learn sewing or some other trade that they can then go and leave this place and go and start a career. For a woman, it's not much of a career, not in this time period, but it's still something. But they learn a lot of stuff apparently. Miss Trudy shows you
Or,
around, huh?
yeah, go ahead.
Miss Trudy shows you around. There are a couple classrooms. They're small. Um, these women also, some of them obviously have other jobs. Some of them also have parties. And you find out the parties are generally for groups of men who come from either one of the other towns nearby or are passing through. There's not really any place to go. Saltmarsh is kind of the end of the line. But and all these women seem really nice. And of course, with your charm, actually go ahead and make me another charm check when you meet all these ladies.
That's a 69.
Is
Come on. That's an automatic success for
no,
this, right?
no, is that a fail?
Yeah, it's a
They all
fail.
seem very nice. None of them are like all over you or anything like that. They all seem
Yeah,
very
he's
nice.
not on his game for this stuff, right? Just yet. He's talking business.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. But yeah, yeah. She doesn't usually know when a party's gonna happen. That's the only problem. She can't really set anything up in advance. But if you want to check back with her, when she does find out, she can let you know. And then if you have the time, she's willing to pay you some
okay.
money to maybe play during the parties. She says, but you must be discreet. Um, most of these men don't care, but a few of them do, and there are a few locals who sometimes come in. So you must not give them away.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys strike a deal that yeah, you can come occasionally check in with Miss Trudy. She might have work for you, um, and anytime you want to come by, you can. They have several different parlors. Um, everything's kind of classy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a nice place. But there's also obviously rooms where men can go have sex with the girls if the girls want it. Hutton, not Hutton though. He's too shy. What you got? Ice cream?
Banana pudding.
Oh, banana pudding. Ooh, that sounds good. I love pudding. Yeah, but that yeah. So you've gotten yourself established with
Okay.
Miss Trudy's. Uh,
Lay
I'm,
down
I'm
and
some.
trying to decide if he will do something else, but I don't think I'm going to have him do something else.
that's fine. Um,
I didn't know if he wanted to talk to Ed or not.
Ed, I don't know. That's up to you.
Yeah.
Sean, does Hutton go back to his room to sleep that night?
Um, nope.
Okay, where is he going then?
He's going to try to find a room at one of the boarding houses.
Oh boy. So you find out there's two boarding you've been in town for a couple weeks. You know there's two boarding houses. There's
Yeah.
Danforth boarding house and there is um,
Hmm.
Jenkins
Jenkins.
boarding house.
Yep.
Um, which one do you want to try first?
Has he heard anything about either of them?
Um, he has heard that yeah, because he was looking for a place to live for a little while, and he's probably still been kind of asking around. So Jenkins is more expensive. Um, Danforth's is stricter.
Okay.
Um, that's the only thing you've heard. You're going to have to go to them if you want to learn anything more than that.
He would probably go to Jenkins. Just
Okay. Give me a luck check. Let's see if Jenkins have any more rooms or if your other character has screwed you.
37 out of 90.
Okay, they do have another room upstairs.
Oh,
It's at the very top.
Lauren's the luckiest of
Yo,
everyone.
he's so freaking
That's a
lucky.
shame. I was hoping you'd have to
He's
go
a
to
90.
Danforth's. Um, um, yeah, yeah. They have a room. What is your credit rating?
24.
24. It's a bit expensive. You can afford it, but it's going to be kind of taxing on your income.
Okay.
I mean, it's just a little bit more expensive than you kind of. I mean, you've been living in this upstairs for free,
Yeah.
and it's not more expensive than the hotel, but it is kind of steep as far as your income goes with 24.
Yep.
So, do you still want to stay there, or do you want to
For now.
check Danforth's and see what's going on there?
For now, he's going to.
Okay. So you're not even gonna compare rates or anything like that.
Mm.
Okay.
He's got that hazard money.
That's true. That is true. I mean, it's just coming out of your main pay, but
Hmm.
um, so you are at Jenkins boarding house for now. Okay. So I mentioned
Who
that
got
there's probably gonna
Texas
be
room?
huh?
Who got Texas room?
Lauren
Who's
did.
sleeping in the English?
Lauren got Texas room. Um, they
It
uh,
just became available after the sheriff
yeah, the
searched
Undertaker.
it.
The Undertaker is Dempsey's downstairs, one floor. He's got a slightly nicer room than Lauren does. Um, so Lauren's got the eaves and the. I drew like a map of this place.
Yeah, there's only two. There's only two spots upstairs. So
Right. Um, Jack Justice's house. Oh wait, Jenkins boarding house. There it
there's a
is.
house on the market too. Oh,
Is it? I don't think that house might be on the market yet. It
oh,
might be.
that's
I don't know what he did with that house. Whether he just kept it or I don't know. Um, yeah, 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 yeah.
upstate manservant at that point in time.
So Hutton wakes up screaming in the middle of the night.
Great.
Wakes up the whole house. Um,
He's gonna get kicked out.
yeah. Um, that's a little uncomfortable. And I think we're gonna end there, guys. Like I
Well,
said, I just wanted to kind of get you guys a little head. I want to see what William Hazard is gonna do. What do 2 weeks look like for y'all?
oh,
I,
in two
I'm
weeks.
pretty much. I'm open to anything. So
Right. Yeah, I didn't want to do it on the 8th, Sean, because you got that thing
Yeah.
on the 8th. The
Yep.
week after that's the 15th.
Well, I did find out I'll be. I found out today it's going to be from 9 to 3 in Richmond, so I would be home in time on the 8th.
Yeah, but then you're all drunk and
Yeah. Well, I will say I can't. I can't go like super late on the 15th,
that's okay.
like normal time.
Right, 9 to 10 or to
'Cause,
about 10 o'clock.
the day after, I have to be across town at 5 a.m.
Ugh. Okay,
Inventory.
that's worse than my morning. Okay, so I'll put a thing up. We'll play again in 2 weeks. This is just a
Yeah.
quick catch up because I didn't want to not have a game. Um, questions, comments, suggestions.
Callum Dempsey's going to find a way to cheat that guy out.
What a jerk! Who, King?
He is.
Oh no!
His traits are he's curious, fearless, and dishonest.
That doesn't mean you could cheat. You want to cheat that guy. It just means you're dishonest.
He's going to try to find a way to cheat him out of it.
Yeah, that's fine. You
He
could
rises,
try.
though.
You could try. After he gave you all those secrets about those dead bodies. What?
Yep.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah, that could be interesting.
Fernando's wondering whether he wants to tell Ed about all the stuff that's going down south.
Oh, actually, hold on. Let's not quit quite yet.
Okay.
Dempsey. Let's. You want to go to the saloon that night?
Yo, he would.
Okay. Let's get you and Fernando to. Well, we have to push that kind of, wouldn't we? Yeah, I'm not going to push you to meeting yet, but you do see Fernando playing. And Dempsey, you're also woken in the middle of the night by some idiot up on the 3rd floor screaming, which wakes up the house. And Dempsey learns that Loren Hutton works for the newspaper. People didn't. Nobody knew that he had some kind of trauma or something. You don't. Oh, and we'll even add that Hutton does not have dreams about that room or that man or that cat. That
Okay.
night. He just has those dreams about his father beating him for stuttering and having fanciful thoughts about castles and unicorns or whatever it was that he wanted to explore. Supernatural things like the Sasquatch.
The Sasquatch.
And whatever else. So yeah, the Jenkins, they're gonna have to figure out what to do about that.
They're going to kick his ass out.
Maybe he might end up at Danforth's after all. She might be more. Maybe Danforth's will be nicer to you. You never know.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out next time. Let me write down night terrors. What does Dempsey think of this guy screaming in the middle of the night?
Oh.
Business. Oh.
Business. He'll be dead soon. No. Perhaps I can interest you in a nice coffin. I feel like that's how Dempsey should talk. All right. Yeah, so we're just wrapping up. We just wanted to get through this day. And next time we play, we'll start with Hazard and what he does in general on the first day, and then we'll move on. This will also give me a chance to get the paper ready for you guys because it comes out on Thursday. The Stagecoach is supposed to come in on Wednesday. Hazard is hoping that he's got some packages. And I'm curious how Hazard is going to handle dealing with the town council and all this gold and everything else. But we shall see. Wait, what is
All right.
that? What is that?
Adam.
What does he want? Oh, he's doing more D&D stuff. All right, so we're going to stop streaming here. Hey, thanks to anybody who watched. I appreciate it. This was kind of an interim game session. We're down a player, and I didn't really have time to prepare horrible things. Plus, I don't want to drive Loren Hutton crazy quite yet. Loren, you might. We need to discuss. Think about. Well, yeah. At some point, we need to discuss what Loren's going to try to do to get his sanity up a little. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
there's things he can do
Yep.
to try to
I
increase
mean,
his sanity.
his sanity's pretty good compared to what it was right now.
Right. But it's still like less than 30, isn't it?
He's at a 20 out of 30.
Yeah. So if you could at least get it back up to 30, that would be great. And Loren Hutton will not be participating in this war that is coming up between the Quinoat and the Yugs, because it's too much weirdness and he would probably go crazy. And so he's. How's Fernando's sanity, Aaron?
His is pretty good.
Okay,
I think
good.
I've only lost one from his start.
Good.
So
Okay, yeah. Okay, good. And yeah, so we'll figure out some more of the war next time. So 2 weeks. We will play again in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye, everybody.